Oh, hi, hello there. My name is Sage Harrington, and I am the host of this here podcast that is entitled Sage's Antique Ukulele Swing Radio Hour. And for the next half hour, usually, or so, I'll play some ukulele for you and chat a little bit about the Great American Songbooks, tunes, and other things that are happening in my dreamy bohemian existence. The first thing I would like to do today is to do a little bit of rehearsal, usually the first segment of the show, and I'd like to start off with a song called Scatterbrain. It's called Scatterbrain from 1939, I think. You're as pleasant as the morning and refreshing as the rain. Isn't it a pity that you're such a scatterbrain? When you smile, it's so delightful. When you talk, it's so insane. Still, it's charming chatter, scatterbrain. I know I'll end up apoplectic, but there's nothing I can do. It's just the same as being in a hurricane. And though my life will be too hectic, I'm so much in love with you. Nothing else can matter, you're my darling scatterbrain. Ta-da! And that's it. Scatterbrain. What a delightful little number. I'm just thinking about sexism. Okay, let's move on. Candy Shop is a song that I wrote. I released this tune earlier this week. I released a video for it, and I released the song itself on Bandcamp. I will include both of those links in the description below so you can enjoy the video and can enjoy owning a digital copy for your very own, if you would like. This, again, is Candy Shop. I wrote it. Gave myself a stomach ache again. Must see this compulsion to the end. Feeling somewhat childish, bereft of self-control. Don't know where it's going, but of course there is a goal. I was an art to see the beautiful display of sugared violets atop a cool sorbet. Then you went and offered me a little chocolate kiss from a shiny case chock full of rocks you wouldn't want to miss. So now I pop my head in, you say, what is it gonna be? I just got 2 bits, you got anything new for me? Some scintillation results of the equation. What you are is aching sweet, looks like we have slipped into a new routine. Blowing bubbles makes a sticky little scene. Usher inhalation, oh what a vacation. Prudence obsolete. Pockets full of peppermints and spicy sweet red hearts. You pulled me in like taffy to your pretty candy shop. Kisses tasting like a juicy lemon drop. Don't regret the charming little dum-dum pop. Could but a confection result in the election again to overheat. Da da ba da ba da ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da da ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba. Flash with salty licorice and sassafras gumdrops. I'm melting like a taffy in my favorite candy shop. Turn the fire up, that's what you were gonna say. What's the hard crack stage of sugar anyway? When a small flirtation becomes a conflagration. I just gotta shout before my teeth fall out that there's never been a cuter pair in a candy shop affair. That's the whole conceit. So in the recording, I played a different ukulele. I played a baritone ukulele. So now you've gotten it 2 different ways. I wanted to share a fun fact about the video for Candy Shop. At the very beginning of the video, there's a certain bird song that I included, and I included it for a specific reason, because when I first moved to Europe a few years ago, I moved from the Southwest. I lived in Albuquerque for almost half my life. And so moving from the desert Southwest of the US to Europe, the bird song is just different. And so the Eurasian blackbird, I hope you can hear them through the window. Their song is so beautiful and so melodious and feels so exotic to me. Even though they're very common. So I didn't even know the name of this bird until earlier when I was putting the video together and wanted to include its song. So I did some research and I discovered it. And not only did I discover the bird with its song, but I discovered a recording of it on Wikimedia Commons, which is where you can use copyright-free recordings in your creative works. So I located this recording, listened to a handful of them, randomly picking whichever ones seemed like a good bet, and I landed on this one. And then when I went to click through and download it, it was recorded in the city where I currently live. So I live in Lille, France, and this bird was recorded singing somewhere in Lille in 2005. So I like to think that 20 years ago, when this bird sang, somebody recorded it in the same park that I actually recorded the video for Candy Shop in. I love the idea that the bird and me were always collaborating all along in the same park. I think it's really sweet. So that's what I wanted to share about Candy Shop, and I'll include the link for the video and for the song itself on Bandcamp in the description below so you can check them both out. The next thing I wanted to talk about, this segment is entitled Some of These Days, which is the name of a song, and it was written by Shelton Brooks in 1922. But also, it was written by Shelton Brooks in 1910. So there's 2 different versions of sheet music that I have found, and the 1922 version is the version that most of the recordings that I've encountered follow the 1922 lyrics. The 1910 lyrics are also so fun. Okay, so this is one of those old tunes where you have the chorus, and if you know this song, people know the choruses, but the people don't tend to record the verses as much. So this is one of those cases where the chorus is fairly well known and the verse not so much. And so there's a different version of the verse that happens in the 1910 version. And so I just wanted to highlight what it is. And my computer just locked me out. So I have to enter my password and then pull up the piece. So I'm wondering if I should just sing it. I don't really want to sing it through. So I don't think I'm going to, but I do want to give you the verses for like the original verse, just in case you don't know it. So maybe I will sing it. We'll see. I just don't want to like make huge errors and then regret my choices. Okay. So this is the 1922 version. Two sweethearts in a country town, the neighbors say, excuse me, I'm having technical difficulties. Two sweethearts in a country town, the neighbors say, lived happily the whole day long, until one day he told her he must go away. She wondered then what could be wrong. He said, you know it's true, I love you best of all, and yet it's best that we should part. Just as he went away, they heard his sweetheart say, though it almost broke her heart, some of these days you'll miss your honey. Some of these days you're gonna feel so lonely. You'll miss my hugging, you'll miss my kissing, you'll miss me, Daddy, when you're away. I feel so lonely just for you only, though you know, honey, you've had your way. And when you leave me, you know it will grieve me. You're gonna miss your little daddy some of these days. So that's the 1922 version. Oh, there's another verse also. So the second verse in the 1922 version is like, he went away and from that day the world. So in verse 1, I'll paint the picture and just in case it's difficult to like absorb the story as it's being sung at you. Okay, so there's two people living in a country town and they're in love and they're living happily ever after, and then the guy is like, actually, I think we should break up. And she's like, no. He's like, yes. And then he leaves. And the thing that's so funny to me about this, well, it's just, yeah. Until one day he told her he must go away. She wondered then what could be wrong. There were no warning signs. Sometimes it just happens, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so then in verse 2, he's like, I made an oopsie. Here's verse 2. He went away, and from that day the world's been sad. He realizes his mistake. He listened to the gossips, and that's always bad, for they don't care whose heart they break. As time went on, he longed to see his girl again, and so by chance one day they met, completely by chance, and they met face to face. There was a fond embrace, and though these words haunt him yet, and then you go into the chorus, which is, some of these days you're gonna miss your honey. Okay, so in verse 2, he's like, actually, never mind, let's get back together. And she accepts. It's implied that she just accepts. She's barely even a character in verse 2. Okay. All of this All of this is to pave the way for verse 1 and 2 of the 1910 version of Some of These Days. This is why I love looking at old sheet music, listening to old recordings, because sometimes there are just these gems of, they're just hilarious. I hope I'm not building this up too much. First one is more or less the same, but the language is different, and I want to share it with you. Two sweethearts courted happily for quite a while, midst simple life of country folk. When the lad told girlie he must go away, her little heart with grief most broke. She said, you know it's true, I love you best of all, so honey, don't you go away. Just as he went to go, it grieved the girlie so, these words he heard her say. The issue with these verses for me, all of the versions, is that they're like a little clunky, a little confusing, a little, like this one especially is like very like hard to say all of the syllables. When the lad told girlie, so these two are living midst the simple life of country folk. Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Just as he went to go, it grieved the girlie so. So in both of these versions, she's the one singing the chorus. She, like, her narrative voice is the one saying, you're going to regret your decision. And then we have the whole chorus. Some of these days, you'll miss me, honey. You'll miss your honey, which is me, as this narrator of this song. Some of these days, you're gonna feel so lonely. Okay. This is the part. How many minutes have I spent talking about this? This is the payoff. Are you ready for the payoff, finally? Okay. Here's verse 2 of the 1910 version. The little girlie feeling blue said, I'll go too and show him two can play this game. When her honey heard this melancholy news, he quickly came back home again. But when he reached the house, he found his girl was gone. So down he rushes to the train. While it was pulling out, he heard his girlie shout this lovin' sweet refrain. Some of these days, you gonna miss your honey. I just think it's so funny. It's so funny. I love it so much. Okay. So in this version, he's like, oh no, I have to go get her back. And she's like, I don't think so, bunny. You're back? Okay. I'm gone. And I just love this image so much that, like, she gets on the train and she's like hanging her head out the window and singing the whole chorus to him. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, I'll also share now that, like, in general, this is like my favorite way to use a verse. My favorite way to use a verse lyrically in these old tunes, well, this one is written in the 1910s, is that you're painting a picture in the verse that's different from what's happening in the chorus. And then the final line of the verse is this connecting piece that connects the verse to the chorus, and then it, like, flips the meaning somehow. So that the second time you hear the chorus, it's different from when you hear it the first time. It's so fucking cool. It's so cool. So the first time we hear the chorus, she's like, I'm looking over at my dog. I'm like getting animated, and she's like, I'm a little worried. So the first time we hear the chorus, in the after we hear verse 1, the narrator of the song is like, ugh, I'm heartbroken. It's like a standard breakup song situation. In verse 2, she's like, fuck you. You're gonna miss me, and you're just gonna have to live with that. It's so good. I can't believe that they rewrote it. I mean, I can, because of sexism, but I love that she's a character. She's a character in this verse too. So sassy. So full of agency. So funny. Oh my God, such a comedian. Oh my God, I love her so much. Maybe I'll do that version. We'll see. Maybe I'll do verse 2. Okay. Just looking at my notes. Where am I? What's my outline? What does my outline say I'm talking about next? I want to talk next about my private concert series. My private concert series that I would like to invite you to become involved with. So basically, here's my dream. I have a dream. I am working on implementing my dream. My dream might involve you. So here's my dream. I want to play very intimate private concerts for one person or for very small groups of people. I want to hold them in beautiful locations. So it's possible that it could be held in a mountain meadow, hiking to a mountain meadow. It's possible that it could be held in a twinkly lit barge in Paris on the Seine. It's also possible. It's possible that they could be held in a garden. It's possible that they could be held in a great room. It's possible that they could be held in a German castle. I say all of this because I am living in France and I am willing to travel. So, yeah. If you think it could be you and you want a private concert, send me an email, song@sageharrington.com. I would love to talk to you about the possibilities. I think it could be really beautiful. Okay. We have now reached An Immigrant's Tale, the part of the show where I share details about my life as someone who moved from the US to Europe. And the thing that I wanted to share this week is that I feel like a bad immigrant in terms of this week has not been one where I have felt super motivated or resourced emotionally or with motivation to go out into the wider world and like make new connections or speak the language with very many people. So I'm feeling a little bit like, oh no, lonely. Who knew that that would be a part of the immigrant experience? Oh. It just happens. It's like tiring going to a new, like moving to a new place, adjusting, and then realizing, I don't know that many people. Who do I hang out with? It happens. It happens, folks. It happens. You get the croissants, and you also get the rest. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. Oh, look. I forgot I wrote this down for myself. So I wanted to share my gratitude list. I am grateful for my tiny dog, who is my tiny perfect dog. She's so perfect. I love her so much. Hi, Bug. She's not paying attention to me. She's so wonderful. I get to spend every single day with my dog. Oh, it's perfect. I love my violin practice. There is so much to explore in my violin practice. There's so much. I used to feel overwhelmed and weighed down by this, and now I'm like, wow. This is a project that I am going to continue to be entertained by for a very long... This is love. This is commitment. This is devotion. I love the ukulele. The ukulele is a similar long-term devotional practice to the violin, except it sounds way better, way faster than the violin. I love the ukulele. I love making these little discoveries. I'm gesturing this way because I'm looking at the screen that has the Some of These Days lyrics on it. I had made this discovery previously. It existed somewhere in the back of my mind. I knew that I had found somehow alternate versions of the lyrics, but then I'm so grateful that I came across these two versions of the sheet music that have these two different lyrics versions, and I'm like, oh, that's why. And oh, they're so good. I'm so grateful that I found this gem. I love finding a little gem from over 100 years ago. So satisfying. So satisfying. I love coffee in the morning. Who doesn't love coffee in the morning? Well, I guess there are people who don't love coffee. I love coffee in the morning. Love coffee in the morning. And I love the Eurasian blackbird. So beautiful. Okay. Tell me what you're grateful for in the comments. And send me an email if you want to work with me on your ukulele project. If you want a private concert. Let's keep in touch. Okay, bye.